So I get to use a spare room at the lice clinic. Show you Minnow. Minnow's a little muse with the kids. He really should have his own Facebook page or something. He's got some great art here. And some lovely people that contribute in their time. Got he's wearing a shirt there. Got a shirt on there. It's very cute. She was the first one that started it, Madison, and this totally looks like Madison. That little smile, that hair, those are her features. And this one's very cute, actually. You know, sometimes looks a little bit like a bug. Where's the one? Oh, yes. Little girl drew this, and I'm like, that bug's very cute. Are you sure you want me to take your bugs out? Get rid of your bugs? And she's like, no. And parents are like, yes. I think one of the most interesting ones here, I actually really like this. It's kind of, it's a bit, I want to say surreal or Van Gogh. There's just something that's really kind of visceral about that for me. This is great for line drawings, you know, got the colors of his jacket, although it does look a bit like a bug. And I think this one's very interesting. Paloma. Looks like she did, we asked her about it. It looks like she put her family on a kind of a Picasso or Salvador Dali lice bug. That one's really unique, I think. And let's see, so I'm here today to do some sewing, but I thought I would show you a little gander of Minnow's musings. And you get all ages here. Lots of small kids. And let's see, what else have we got? Minnow is a good muse. He's a good distraction. And he is a natural therapy pet. He likes people. He likes to be petted. He knows how to put himself in position and in reception to receive love and well-being. The work today is tarps, so I was like, this is the sample Dave sent back to me from ea.r. and ea.r.usa.com, and I'm pretty sure I sewed this one previously, so I have that yellow thread. Usually 69 bonded nylon, holds 10 pounds of stitch. They've got these little shade tarp. No, this is not shade tarp. This is trucker's vinyl. So this is for the pullouts. And I just need to reacquaint myself while I'm going to be sewing. So I need to put a metal attachment that folds the fabric, and as I feed it into the sewing machine. So I need that. I need to put that on. So two pieces together what I was looking at always is, can I tell the difference between one side of the fabric and another? You know, does it have a coating and the other doesn't? Sometimes I try and detect by feel, and shoot, I have to say, it kind of seems there is a difference. The difference is the threads. The threads are highlighted on one side, and they seem to be somewhat sunk. Meaning there's probably a coat or something on here, or there's something called calendared, where the fabric is pressed between rollers, and so since I'm constructing these, I'm trying to discern if there's a right and wrong side. There's to me, it probably really depends on how you're holding the fabric. But I think there is a barely discernible one that I can tell. So we're doing pull-outs. I've got to sew these little triangles in here for reinforcement. So ultimately, this is very lightweight tarp for backpacking, because you're thinking of those things when you're backpacking. You're bringing everything with you on your back to be out in the country. You think about weight, efficacy, utility. It's got to work, but you don't need to bring your bed mattress because you'd hurt your back. So, all right. So this is my little rented room. Those are some cubes I did a long time ago. Inspired by, is it Francesco Passaniti? He's Italian, living in France. He's the first one. For me, I saw use ductile concrete from Lafarge. No. It's from Canada, and I can't remember if Lafarge is Canada or France. But anyway, he did. The value of ductile concrete is it flexes. It has tensile strength, and with tensile strength, you can conceivably build bridges of concrete. It's not brittle. It won't crumble and crack and fall apart. Other things they were doing when I was following it online is putting zinc in concrete, so you can make buildings and streets that clean pollution. So I was inspired by a shelving unit he did in ductile concrete and all these. He threw fancy pigments and whatnot into his concrete. It yielded a look like this. I simply interpreted it in MDF fiberboard. MDF is multi-density fiberboard. It's sawdust and glue. Really inexpensive. A lot of your cabinetry is MDF with a veneer on it. And so these are MDF that I primed, and then I did Venetian plaster. Venetian plaster is inspired via Venice, Italy, a city built on stilts in the water, and they wanted beautiful marble walls, but the land will not support that weight. So they basically mix Carrara marble dust from the Carrara mines in Italy, and they put it in the ground, and it is my understanding with such things as lime and pine seed oil, they let it ferment, and so they come up with a plaster. And which brings us to today. I studied here in the States and in Italy for Venetian plaster, and then I started coming up with some of my own methods where I would start introducing beyond what the class taught. Then I would work in like pearl mica pigments, and they have different plasters that go through a net to determine the stucco, the pebble size, basically. So I started playing with those things beyond the class. And so doing this project for me gave me an opportunity to practice what I learned, to improvise, and to add on skills. This was in Andy's basement, and it got flooded. So there's some fault lines in it now, you know. That's about as much as I want to divulge on that, but I do have a couple in my apartment, and you know what? I'm not sure what I want. There's more here, really bigger sizes. So I'm going to be in here. I'm going to be working. I think I'm going to, this is my setup. This is the tart material it came, and these are pieces. So got my order. Got to check my parts. Point my glasses down farther so you can see. We've got, here's the pullouts. These are grosgrain ribbon. We've got the triangles for lightweight reinforcement. And the Truckers vinyl, again, reinforcement pullouts in the interior. And then labels. USA. So, did I get that in the picture? I don't know, so I'm going to just fade it up and down. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to be in here working for a little bit. This is my pad, away from my pad. So, there's a lot of trowels down there doing mosaics. I threw really expensive trowels away when Avesta wanted me to move my my paint supplies. There's trowels with the mirror finish because you need a smooth finish on some of these because they're acrylic plaster to get those deep colors, and you need a mirror trowel, and they were expensive too. So I threw away perfectly good trowels because I didn't have the product anymore. The fact of the matter is, when our economy busted for building around 2000, I want to say 2006, 2008, this company in Italy, where I learned the Venetian plaster, had been in business for 200 years. They also went under. So it's not like I can get this product anymore. So yes, I do not have faux finishing items. If I'm not going to keep the paint, why keep the brushes? Why keep the trowels? I do have a couple over there. Those are more industrial in the sense of regular trades. Setting mosaic or setting tiles in your bathroom. So, you know, you've got the large comb and smaller comb if I wanted to do mosaic. Yes, this is remnants of when I worked in the trades. I put little girly stickers on everything that was mine so that any self-respecting man on the job, which is who I work with, wouldn't lift my tools, my my sander. It still happened, unfortunately. But that was my way to kind of just mark, like, look, that tool set, that drill with little paw prints all over it, and glittery frogs, that is not yours, dude. Okay. Alright. Luna's settling in. Hi, sweetie. I'm getting to business. Doing the work. Hi, Nina. Hi, sweetie pie. You heard the sound of the popcorn bag, didn't you? I'm not gonna have a little snack right now. You're licking your lips. I know, I know. You know what that is. bottle holder. We're not going to need that. tension won't matter if it's off on this thread. It's going inside, but I need to fix that. And it might just be the bobbin I'm working with. I kind of feel like this needs to be tightened. It doesn't matter because the stitch is holding and it gets a top stitch, and so the aesthetic of feeling the bobbin thread, or it could be feeling the thread on the bottom, it's going to serve its purpose to be strong, and it'll be covered in a top stitch, which provides more strength. In the meantime, I can figure out what's wrong. I see it. Yeah, it's not. There it is. Tighten or not right? That seems to fix took the stitch, starting over. The stitch is smoothed out. Making sure it's as secure as I thought and said it was. I think that's it. I think I need to loosen. Using my remnants on the interior stitching. It's not going to show, so I can free up my bobbins. I forget how much these cost, about $20 a cone, so I don't always get two colors to run at the same time, one to the bobbin, one to the needle, so I need to pre-make my bobbins. Having a little fun here. I forgot how fun it is to sew this. It's not bad. It's just it's a little slippery, and you've got to be there. You got to be there, man. It's a little slippery. This is not as slippery as some parachute fabric that's got a silicone coating on. Yeah, that one's pretty slippery. I'm changing my setup from working on my leather jacket, and I've had to change attachments. I'm going to change the needle. Usually don't pay attention to that. And this is an industrial setup. What else? You're seeing the process. Getting it to smooth production doesn't always start smooth. paying attention, I would hope will get me there. Out of thread again. Tabs on first, but I didn't, so be it. Maybe I'll do that when I change colors. Meaning, these pullouts probably going to be easier to get to when it's one sheet of fabric versus two sewed together. It's alright. Remembering the process. So I'm going to be doing that for a little bit. Goddamn iPhone. I do not want to pay to turn off the fucking music. Alright, first step is done using the attachment to fold it. I'm happy to report that I've got the tension right. There's no braille of bumpy thread on the back side. So the tension's right, and I have loaded up red colors, black and white. They will need full nice bobbins, so now when I lay down that top stitch, which is also a reinforcing stitch, I can work with whole bobbins and not have any, oops, ran out of thread, need to stitch back and forth to start again. I could get nice long runs out of it and do that rather economically for not having several cones. So that's, yes, that is sewing today. Just Minnie and I go through that parking lot up over into a nature conservancy trail back there. Pretty awesome. Except there's little ticks this time of year, so alrighty.